Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speaking of Diamonds. My name is Rich, and I'm here today with an unboxing of Diamond Art Club's Eerie stained glass from the Dutch Lady. Now, the reason I'm unboxing this one here is because I didn't see this talked about very much on um, YouTube. So I thought, hey, I want to show everybody this one because I think it is just an amazing picture. And I want to tell you why I'm obsessed with stained glass windows. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is a square. It is a 65 by 90.8 centimeters. It has 73 colors, one AB, four fairy dust diamonds for a total amount of diamonds of 95,265. And it comes in the new box. This was released a couple weeks ago. And I went ahead and opened up the plastic there a little bit because sometimes I am challenged by that. So let's go ahead and get the canvas and stuff out. Gotta take it off camera and do the muscles. My goodness, this is fitting in here tight. Wow. Okay. Oh, thank you, Diamond Art Club. I can cancel my gym membership. Jeez. Okay, it's going. It's going. Okay, we're done. Thank you for the new packaging and the workout. So, of course, we have our standard toolkit. Let me see real quick here if this has the putty or the wax, because I'm sort of obsessed with that change. This looks like it's the putty. It's the putty. Have you tried their putty? I've tried it. Have you tried the pen? I've tried it. It's not my favorite, but it is definitely a good um, uh, thing to have around should you need it, and definitely, miles and miles above where the pink pens and the pink wax was from. So then, of course, we have our little envelope here with the sticker for your logbook with the start and end date. And then we have our stickers for the colors. 73 colors. Yep. It's all there. And then I received a bronze card. Yep, bronze. So let me go ahead and open up the canvas and let's take a look at it. So let me tell you why I'm getting this out. Let me tell you a little bit about why I'm obsessed with stained glass windows. So, of course, they're beautiful, all right? But recently, let's see, back in November of last year, Sotheby's had an auction of a Lewis Comfort Tiffany stained glass window that went for a record $12.48 million. It absolutely shattered any type of expectation and record. And I happened to catch the auction online, and I became obsessed with the auctioneer. She's a beautiful, beautiful Asian woman. I forget her name, but she had like this long ponytail that's flipping around as she's going back and forth between uh, um, uh, bids from callers, as well as in the room and stuff. And it was just amazing. So then I started going down the rabbit hole, as I normally do, of not only this window, but the auctioneer itself, and learned about how she started at Sotheby's and sort of got an opportunity to become an auctioneer and has progressed since then. So I want to talk a little bit more about that Lewis Comfort Tiffany window, but let's take a look at, since I have it out now, let's take a look at the canvas. So standard DAC canvas with the branding up at the top. Then we have the color legend on both sides, okay? And then down at the bottom, you have the standard warranty information, the information about the painting, and then about their where to contact if should you need more drills and stuff. Now, this does have the perforated and red lined cover. So let me see if this is one. I don't see any red lines, so I'm assuming that this was produced after they fixed that problem, which is great, even though this is a square. And I know that, the squares were going to cover up the red lines. I just don't want to, you don't want to know that you're working on like a already soiled canvas. But let's take a look at this image, and I can't get it all into screen here because it's pretty large, but this just looks amazing with these, looks to be, where is the sticker? Because I can probably see this a little bit clearer. I think these may be roses up the side, and then the greenery over here. The very cool looking, like black base here of whatever building this is on. I don't see this as like, it's clearly not like a religious stained glass window, because usually there's figures, icons in the glass, and this is just plain. So I think this is just like maybe in like a spooky mansion. Not even a spooky mansion. You know what this is from? This is totally what it's from. Do you ever see the movie Clue? And you had the conservatory, which was all in glass and stuff like that. This is like off to the side of that, where the glass um, wall for the outside ended, and then it became the wall again. But then this is next to it as just like an ornamental piece. So moving on up, we get to the main part of the window, and we see, sort of what's going to be the leaded lines in between the glass. And the glass also has a good amount of, well, there's definitely a lot of color blocking here and some line blocking, but it does a nice job, at least in this picture. And it looks like, with the rendering, it's going to have that, how stained glass just, it has different hues of color, like even in just one panel, it'll go from like a light tan to a darker tan, or from a tan to an orange or something. And it looks like they're replicating that very nice here. On the sticker, you can see that the windows are darker at the bottom and become lighter at the top. And then here it goes from lighter to a little bit darker, which is what I'm seeing in the rendering as well. So then let's look at the top here, and we just have then the arch of the window with the top panels here, and then of course the greenery growing up alongside of it, warning people not to come in. Maybe it'll get you, who knows. But I think this is a beautiful, beautiful canvas. So let's go ahead and take a look at the diamonds. Now, of course, with DAC, we have our diamonds are labeled. So if you wanted to separate the drills and the canvas for storage, these are marked. You'll be able to match them up with the number at the bottom of the painting. Okay. I personally do not separate my paintings, but I'm thinking I may have to, just to save space. But for right now, I do put them back into the boxes together. So here we have, it's quite a dark palette looking at some of these colors, which is something I enjoy. I mean, I do like colorful as well, but I do like dark and moody because it just sort of matches my aesthetic a lot. And a lot of the, clearly the window with the beige and the browns, and we got some reds, assuming for the flowers up to the side. And then it looks like, let's go on a 310 patrol. See how many 310s we have, because this could be interesting. So, well, let's look at the drills. How many we have of each color, because I'm not going to go through like, oh, this is this color. So we have 336, which looks to be sort of like a navy blue. Then we have, and I think this is going to be, well, let's see. What's the symbol? 939 is, yep, a lot of the window outline here is 939. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs of 939s, and then another 823. 823, yep, looks to be, let me see if that looks to be maybe the highlight or the low light. The highlight probably, because it's lighter than the 823. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of those. So contrary to what I assumed, this is not black, it's blue, which makes it even more exciting for me because I like the color blue. And I don't see, market, I don't see a 310 in sight. Go figure, folks. That's fun. I mean, I don't mind good 310s, but sometimes it's just like you do want to get to some color. So here we have the AB. There's one AB in the kit, AB 318. So it's sort of this gray gray color with the AB coating that I'm totally loving at this moment, and may have to get more of because I can see myself using this a lot to bling things up. Now this symbol is K, so let's look to see where we have. So K is going to be here in the window, and up here, going up here, it's the highlight, if you will. So I look at the picture again, and yes, this is like, so the beam comes down, and then there's sort of a raised section here in the center, and it looks like they're using the K drills, these AB drills, to sort of make that jump out a little bit more. So that's going to be cool. Very excited about that. Let me just zip through here and see if I can find the AB drills. Sometimes they're a little bit harder to spot when you're going through real quick. Here it is. Looking at the numbers, Z3856. So this is a tan color AB, or I'm sorry, fairy dust, and that's going to be in the windows here, which that's going to give it a really cool, you know how stained glass goes from, not only does it change that color, but sometimes it changes the opacity, is it the opaqueness of it, the see-throughness of it. That's going to look really cool because it's going to sort of reflect back at us and be like, this is not a place where you're going to be able to see through the glass. So that's cool. Okay, so this Z3807, this sort of dark periwinkle fairy dust, which again, can I just say I'm becoming obsessed with this picture, this color, because it's like the iridescence of the fairy dust, probably can't pick this up on camera, is almost matching the color of the drill, and that's really, really sort of cool. So this 3807, this is also going to be here in the specifically in the center beam here. I don't know that I'm seeing it at first glance anywhere else, so it may just be the center beam here. Let me look. Yeah, the center beam, it doesn't have the highlight that this one does, so it makes sense that this would be AB, and then this one, sort of the highlight would be a fairy dust. And then the last packet of fairy dust is, this color is going to be hard to find, I can tell, just because we're down at the very end of the row here. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, maybe not too bad because it's a medium bag here. Z 3363, and this is um, sort of a lighter forest green or olive green. And again, that AB, or sorry, the fairy dust coating just looks amazing on this one. And this is some highlights in the greenery over here. Let me see if it, and over here as well. So wherever the greenery is, this is going to provide a little bit of a different shimmer and whatnot. So there's the canvas. Hopefully that helped you see a little bit more of um, the palette, as well as some of the ABs and fairy dust go. But let me tell you more about my obsession with this stained glass window. Um, so I mentioned a Tiffany window sold for 12.48 million. It was originally designed for a church in Ohio. However, and I'll pop a picture of it up here. It's called the Danner Memorial Window, and it is, even though it was in a church, it does not appear like, it doesn't have religious figures in it. It's actually this uh, image of a path through some trees, maybe, and the like a sunset at the back and whatnot. It was expected to sell for between 5 million and 7 million, but it went for 12.48. It's 16 feet high. And it was actually a collaboration between acclaimed artist Louis Comfort Tiffany um, and Agnes Northrop. And I'd never heard that name before. So, of course, I had to figure out who Agnes is. And Agnes, she started working for Tiffany's in 1880, and she was an absolute trailblazer in a male dominated area such as the stained glass. She designed a memorial window for her father for the Reformed Church of Flushing in New York in 1903. And it was the precursor for the Danner Memorial Window, which she did 10 years later. It is designed as the window is designed as a memorial to John and Teresa Danner, founding members of the First Baptist Church in Canton, Ohio. And the congregation commissioned the piece in honor of the couple's 50 years of service. But I went down and did some more digging about Agnes, because I think that's amazing that she was this trend or trailblazer. And let's see, does this talk about any more about her? But there's a number of Tiffany windows that Agnes actually designed and put together. They are also potentially, a couple of them are potentially coming up for auction, but she did some amazing work. And if you go online and search for any of it, I may pop up some additional pictures here. Just amazing work. And I figured that this Donner Memorial window that was done in early 1900s, it must be part of the public domain, but it's not. I cannot find where it is listed as part of the public domain because it's in someone's personal collection. I'm going to continue to research it because I would love to do a diamond painting of that window. Although at 16 feet, I think it would have to be absolutely huge. So I did find I think it was a cross stitch pattern that was like part of the window that's up at the top where it's like the greenery and the berries and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe I'll realize that dream in a smaller version at some point. But I was thinking of doing that for the old masters. But so here we go. Here we are, Eerie stained glass from Diamond Art Club, Dutch Lady, again at 65 by 90.8, and it is a square. Thank you for tuning in, and happy diamond painting. Bye-bye.